Russia just told America to basically fuck off, and they're selling Iran nearly 50 of their best fighter jets, but it gets way more interesting. In fact, we only know about this due to Russian files that were leaked this week. We weren't meant to know about this. Russia was trying to keep it a secret, but now we do. Now, Russia was actually asked about this secret deal with Iran after the files were leaked, but they refused to speak about it, kind of as you'd expect. But this really is quite a big deal. You might remember in the 12-day war between Iran and Israel back in June, Israel used their fighter jets when they carried out attacks on Iran. But it's worth knowing that if Iran had these 48 Russian Su-35 fighter jets back then, Israel wouldn't have been able to do that. And that's because Iran would have just shot down the Israeli fighter jets using these new Russian fighter jets, or at the very least, they would have minimized the Israeli attack significantly. You have to remember though that there's probably a reason why Russia wanted to keep this a secret, and that's likely because the US is really against Iran at the moment. In fact, the US just reimposed all of the sanctions back onto Iran, so it's kind of understandable why Russia wouldn't want the US to know about this deal. Of course, the US and Russia are both trying to fix their relations with each other at the moment, but with Russia now confirmed to be working with Iran and doing trade deals, it's very likely that that's going to push apart Russia and the US. Regardless of that though, we now know that Iran is getting 48 Russian Su-35 fighter jets from Russia. But as usual, you can leave me a follow for some more global news like this.